Hey, happy Thursday. It's Mojo. Gonna have some fun tonight. I thought we would go live and bring on a special guest. ACMs are Saturday, so we have a lot to talk about. And I know that Wayne and Tay yesterday had Cody Allen on and they made their predictions. So I thought it would be fun if me and our special guest jumped on here. And the reason I say special guest, she's a part of the Bull family. But now she's an ACM winner, Double L.
Hey! Hey!
Love it. You even got the ACM with you. That's so perfect.
By the way, I think you said Saturday because you're all excited and you're jumping the gun, but I think the ACMs are Sunday do I have to change my whole week around, Mojo?
It's Sunday. I do want to know who you're wearing because that's an important part of this.
I'm wearing ACM.
Honestly, I had that deer in the headlights look because I looked at my Wi-Fi and it had like one bar and I was like, oh no, is this even on? Am I talking to myself?
No, it's on. Hi, I see you.
Good.
Can you smell?
Okay.
Can you smell me from here? Because I have so many flowers in here. Can you see them all?
Yeah, I'll bet. I hear you have more than just flowers. Now, that's why we have the purple banners. Everything's done purple for you for this tonight.
Thank you.
It's a big day. Personality of the year. Now, I know how much work goes into this, and I know you've been nominated before, and I know this has been a big thing on your bucket list. So how do you feel finally getting it?
You know, when I came back to radio, I spent 7 years working in the record industry. And so I broke bands that, like Florida Georgia Line and Brett Young and the Eli Young Band and the band Perry. And I did that for 7 years, which I wasn't expecting. And to come back, I was on the Bull. That was my entry back right here in Vegas. So horns up. And I did get nominated right out the gate on the Bull. So that was super cool. But I didn't win. And then I got nominated 5 more times and I didn't win until now. And for me, it's about, usually these awards go to morning shows and that's fantastic, but I love to spend my time at work with you. And I hope that I can make your work days better and brighter. And so it was important to me to bring that home for the midday. And also I just do my own show. And I'm a double L, but I'm just my own female self. And it's only the 4th time in ACM history that a solo female has won. So I feel like represent, and also in 2020, when we couldn't be together, we were closer than ever. And so it means so much winning it in a weird year,
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that. I love that stat. You're only the 4th solo female to win that award. That's pretty incredible. And how many of them were in major markets? Were they all in major markets before?
No, 5. So 1 for Vegas, and then the rest were for KNIX in Phoenix, which is also an iHeartRadio station.
No, you're only the 4th female solo so were they all in major market categories as well?
That is above my smartness level and my pay grade.
Well, I love the exclusivity of it. You're the first major market female to win as a soloist.
Yeah. We're going to have to look into that. Okay. We're going to get back to you on this one.
Jeff and Amanda are congratulating you. Justin.
Jeff and Amanda, I miss you. Justin, I miss you guys so much. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to come back. I'm going to be in Country in the Cove. You better be. Those tickets are going to be gone and then you're going to be sad. So get them.
Uh-oh. Did you freeze? Okay, I froze.
No, I was actually just freezing with sadness if you don't get your tickets for Country in the Cove. It was a real life.
I've been in some interesting conversations this week about Country in the Cove, and all I can say is if you haven't got your tickets yet, might want to do that quickly. There's some plot twists coming. I'll just say that. Right? I hear there's going to be an ACM winner there.
This is so heavy, by the way. Which I was just going to say something, but I think you might reveal something about someone, so I won't spoil that. But I understand now the heaviness of it. It's weighty. It's 8 pounds. It's 8 pounds, Mojo. I weighed. What else is 8 pounds? Is that the size of a human head, like from Jerry Maguire?
I was going to say, didn't that kid in Jerry Maguire tell us that's what a human head weighs?
You complete me.
Okay, there was another ACM surprise today. Can I show you that?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can pull this up here. I hope it works.
Is that real?
Yeah.
I don't think you guys know this yet. but we're exclusively unveiling one of the winners of the awards right in this moment, and it happens to be you guys.
Gosh.
Oh my God!
Congratulations.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Look at that. Are you kidding me?
What?
Wow, I thought this was like an interview or something. Look at there, you did trick it.
Oh my God!
Look at
They're
that.
really surprised.
Oh,
Yeah, they had no idea.
I mean,
I'm so happy for her. Gosh.
I mean, just to think about how hard I and my team fought to get this song right, and how much your voice went just exactly what I always wanted for it. It's like, I just am.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow! Also, we better make it.
I love that, and I love her.
Man.
And that's who I was talking about. Do you remember the year at the ACMs when Carly Pierce was accepting this award and she straight up dropped it? I totally understand. It's very weighty.
Did she win New Female Artist that year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look
What
at her go now. And Lee Brice, one of the greatest vocalists, also one of the greatest songwriters who has written so many songs that you don't even know he's written, including Eli Young Band Crazy Girl. If you check at Double L Radio on Instagram right now, that's one of the bands I used to work with. And we won. I was at the ACM's awards the year that Eli Young Band won Song of the Year. And Mike Eli was so surprised. And he just goes, "Holy cow." Like, and we should have taught him. No, it's always bull. Like, no, come on.
That's
Be
right.
better.
Be better than that. Come on now.
Come on, Mike.
So we know that music video of the year went to Kane Brown. We now know that Lee Brice and Carly won vocal event of the year. We know new female artist went to Gabby Barrett. We know new male artist is Jimmy Allen, who, by the way, I had dinner with in Vegas last week, the day he won.
Happy birthday to you.
And yeah, right. That was awesome. Yeah. Another stat, just like the one you said about how you were one of only 4 females to win as a soloist in the broadcast personality category. Jimmy is the first, if he said it correctly, I think he said the first Black artist to win a voted category, not an honorary ACM. So another cool milestone there.
Oh, that is so cool. And Jimmy is such a good guy. And he has played Country in the Cove for 95.5 The Bull. I mean, we love Jimmy here. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I think he had a little FOMO when I was telling him about what we have planned this year. He's like, "Y'all doing it at a water park?" Yep, we're doing it at a water park, and it's going to be cool.
He's a kid at heart because you know how much he loves Disney everything. He probably is like, "Can you check my schedule? Can I come back? Can we come back for that, please?"
He also
sure, Jimmy.
loves roulette, but that's a different story.
Put it all on purple. Oh, is that not a color? Dang.
I think that's not one of the options.
Shoot.
Looks like Dave is saying hi as well.
Dave, oh man, hi. It's so good to see you.
Boy, everybody's jumping in here. Feel free to add your comments, especially as we go along with these categories and start making our predictions, because we'll bring you up into the conversation as well. So feel free to make your predictions as we go along here. I thought we'd start from the bottom and work towards Entertainer of the Year. If that's okay with you,
now we here. Started from the bottom. Now the whole team here.
I believe it's officially called the Drake method. Start from the bottom to get here. Okay, we'll start with Song of the Year, which is the award that goes to the songwriter, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Nominees are The Bones, Maren Morris, Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. Some people do Old Dominion. One Night Standards, Ashley McBride, or Bluebird from Miranda Lambert. Double L, you get first pick. That's a tough one.
Okay, so Maren and Chris are the most heavily nominated artists of this year's ACM Awards, Sunday CBS. I'm stalling. I'm stalling.
And Paramount Plus if you want to watch it live on the West Coast, since we're tape delayed. Just saying.
Hey-oh. I think Maren the Bones. I think it was a huge song. I think that Chris Stapleton is always like the dark horse, and he could always pick up a trophy because the voters obviously love him. You've loved that whole album. I loved your blog about that album. It made me listen to it. The passion.
Thank you.
Yeah, the passion there, and it tells a whole story, but this is just Song of the Year, and I think The Bones was transcendent. And I have a husband who hates country music, and he loves that song. So, prediction.
I
Maren
think
Morris.
that's a wise prediction. I like to zig when others zag, so I'm not going to pick that, although that might have been my first pick. I'm going to go with the dark horse of that category, the one that people might not be expecting, because it was one of my favorite songs of the year, though it wasn't as big a commercial success by far. Old Dominion, some people do.
You think
That's
maybe?
That's a great song. Like
It was a great song, but it didn't get the acclaimed radio airplay they were hoping for. I don't know. You never know. That's the crazy thing about these. You never know. And like for my nerves to win, I can't imagine how these artists are. They show up and they're all glammed out and they're wearing their Spanx. I'm just here at home. I'm cool. Like what? That is anxiety times so much. Oh, Justin says The Bones.
Justin agrees with you. Let's see.
Oh, but Cassie agrees with you.
Well, I think Cassie has to add this in there. She loves her double L.
I love me some Cassie.
Okay, you ready for the tiebreaker here? Jeff and Amanda agree with you.
Well, these are my people.
By the way, you don't have to agree with either one of us. If you think Miranda or Chris Stapleton will win, by all means, feel free.
I do think Miranda is probably a really I mean, that song was beautiful and so perfectly timed. And boy, Miranda does something that has such a different sound. And that's why I love her. Loved her album and how she felt about the year. She said that she needed the music.
I don't know if you're freezing or I'm freezing this time. Did I lose you? Did I lose double L in here? Here, let's try and fix this. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
L. There you go. I thought it was my internet again. I was like, oh, did I screw this up this time?
It could be mine. It just could be a carryover of the last year. You know, some things just stick.
You raise a good point though. Miranda does evolve her sound with every project. So it's interesting to watch her because she could be the one that people don't see coming in this category, especially. Well, let's move on to the next one. This is the one that kind of works towards the commercial success a little better, right? The single of the year. So yeah. I think that might matter a little more in this category. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. Oh, wait, that's not the right one. Let's start again. The Bones, Maren Morris. There we go. More Hearts Than Mine from Ingrid Andress. The one that already won for vocal event, I Hope You're Happy Now from Carly Pierce and Lee Brice. What a great song. Miranda Lambert, Bluebird, and Gabby Barrett, I Hope.
I thought I was gonna go. Do I get to go first again? Is this ladies first all the time? Are you so nice? Or do you get to
always go? Justin Moore's. Well, I'll let Justin go first. Sorry.
That's fine. Justin can always go first. I thought I had an answer, but then, oh gosh, Gabby Barrett has had a massive year. She didn't even win American Idol. And then she met her husband, Cade, and then they had a baby. Oh, that has nothing to do with Single of the Year. That's just exciting. Okay. Then she gets a video message from Keith Urban. I wonder if you could smell him. Okay. Still, I digress. That song crossed over. Is it For I Hope? It's For I Hope, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it crossed over and it had huge success and it stuck around. And I mean, we're still playing it. So that would be big because she's a new artist, but it's been really huge. So I'll say Gabby.
Boy, that is tough. I Hope is huge. I agree. Yeah, Dave, I'm trying not to agree and be agreeable on this, but I don't know how you pick anyone but Gabby for that. And I love when a song crosses over from country and it doesn't have to do a remix or add a hip hop artist or anything like that. It just straight up crossed over as is, and they played it. I think they tried to add Charlie Puth to the mix, but most of the top 40 stations still played the regular Gabby version because that's the one that everyone gravitated towards. So
her voice is so crazy. I met her in a random hotel conference room of all places, and she sang that song, and it was the first time I heard it, obviously. And when she gets to, I was like, oh, say what? Burn. That was That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see, Gabby.
It's a universal message that's unfortunately relatable for most people. So it seems like that's unanimous. Okay, so if Gabby don't win, we want to recount. Saying it now.
Recount.
All right, let's jump to the next one. Album of the year. Why do I have a weird thing here? All right, albums. Now, for people under the age of 30, an album is a collection of songs that you spend $15 on and listen to the whole thing in its entirety.
I'm gonna show you one of my best friend and producer is here because we have some celebrating to do. She's gonna try to hand me an album so that you can see what an album looks like, just in case. This is our current On the Verge artist at 95.5 The Bull. This is Lainey Wilson. She is fantastic, and she's gonna come to Vegas soon at an MGM Resorts property. This is an album. Do you know this album? See how big it is?
Yeah, it's going to be at Losers at MGM Grand on May 8th. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
I'm hosting it.
Yes, that is like the Mother's Day extraordinaire.
Is that on Mother's Day?
I don't know. It's close to then. I think May. I think celebrate my mother. I don't know.
Oh shoot, it might be Mother's Day. I'm not sure. You can enter at 955thebull.com if you'd like to get in for that show. Look at you with your props.
I'm like Jimmy Fallon up in here, you know.
How did you meet Lainey?
I love Lainey. We met and then we did Dirty Looks because that was her first single. You can still hear that now on iHeartRadio app. But I fell in love with her. She's from Baskin, Louisiana. And I asked her recently if she would like brisket or tacos. And she was like, double L. Both. You put the brisket in the taco. And I was like, girl, you're right. So that's the next Taco Tuesday, Lainey Wilson style.
That's better than my answer. I would have been, I'm vegan.
Oh yeah. I saw that you eat a lot of seeds, a lot of chia seeds. I don't know, MoJoe, but you're gonna have to teach me.
The first time I saw Lainey was, remember when the Get Up was the big rage? Everyone was doing the Get Up challenge with the Blanco Brown song. She did a video with Bobby Bones at his house doing the Get Up, and yeah, that's how I discovered her.
She's so fun. She wears bell bottoms that her grandma makes for her, and her little dog is Hippie.
Are awesome.
Oh, she is just a star, and I'm so excited that she is our next On the Verge product. Just like Maren Morris, who is nominated, who we think might win, and just like Sam Hunt, and that's really exciting when we find an artist that we know is fresh and very bold.
Although Sam's not nominated, and Southside, one of the best albums of the year. But
for sure. That's weird. I know. I'm with you.
The nominees are Born Here, Live Here, Die Here, Luke Bryan. That's the OG, I think, not the deluxe version he just put out.
Do I need to put a mask on while we're talking about Luke Bryan? Or are we good?
Hey, look, I think we have to wait 6 seconds before we announce the next ones. You know, social distancing.
Let me get back.
By the way, I hope he's going to be okay to show up.
He can't show up. He's not allowed.
If he gets a certain number of negative tests, he can, but I don't know. It depends on where he's at in that process.
Well, that's what I was worried, especially about Caroline. Like, did she have her dress and is she already ready to go? And then is that a whole fight? Because, you know, she will punk him good if he makes her miss this.
Well, hopefully it's a mild case and he has no symptoms, because we don't want Born Here, Live Here, Die Here to come to life.
Oh my God. Do you know who wrote that song, by the way?
What, Born Here, Live Here, Die Here?
The title track? Do you know?
Tell
Country in the Cove artist, Jameson Rogers.
Look at you. Boy, Jameson wrote some big songs, written some big songs too.
Yeah.
Mixtape Volume 1, Kane Brown is also nominated. Right?
Okay.
Ashley McBryde, Never Will. Good album, by the way.
So good.
I love her. Brothers Osborne, Skeletons, another solid album.
So good. Love them.
And then you already know what my answer is going to be, but Chris Stapleton, Starting Over.
You can do Chris Stapleton, but I have another prop here.
I got one of those too.
I love Ashley McBryde. I'm not sure that they've found the exact right song for her yet on the radio, but anytime you have a chance to see her live, she is Eric Church's favorite artist. She is Garth Brooks' favorite. If the GOAT loves you and the Chief loves you, I mean, I think like you're probably good. You know what I mean?
That's a great piece of art right there.
That's tough. I think Luke Bryan isn't as nominated as I thought he might be, so maybe it could be but I don't know. That Ashley McBryde album's really. I might agree with you though. I think Chris Stapleton probably will win this.
That's what Justin Moore says. Cassie is going Brothers Osborne. Again, solid album.
They just announced a tour today. Are they coming to Vegas? I didn't even look. It was so crazy. My phone was blowing up all day.
I saw the tour. I have not seen anything about Vegas yet. Maybe they're holding that back. I don't know. Yeah,
come on. We got to get them. Brothers Osborne is so bull. Like, we'll make that happen. Go
see Ashley McBryde. Everyone's talking about how great she is live. Yes, I agree. I saw her at CRS last year. Weren't you in the room with me in that suite when Ashley and there's like 100 PDs like piled on top of each other, programmers and music directors in the room. And it was just, I mean, you could hear a pin drop. It was a pretty cool moment.
Everyone's always like, she's doing her thing and she's singing her songs and everyone's always like, fat and famous, fat and famous. And you're like, why are you saying that? But that's one of her funniest, best songs. And she's always like, guys, I'll get there. Like, I'm going to get there. But it's so good. She's so good. Yeah, if you haven't spent time with Ashley McBryde yet, please do.
And whiskey has to be a part of that. Whiskey or wine. I know that's what's in your cup.
Yes, I'm having the wine.
What kind of wine?
Oh, gosh, what's that kind? There's a girl. Listen, I got a really expensive bottle tonight, but I wanted to wait to share that with my parents because my boss gave me a very pricey bottle and I didn't want to like drink a glass and then panic and have to drink the rest the next couple of days. So you don't have to find out. It's something with the girl. I'll follow up on stories later at 95.5 The Bull on Instagram.
I think Dave is talking about Ashley McBryde. She took his camera and started taking a bunch of random funny face pics. That sounds like something Ashley McBryde would do.
I could see that. You know, she's been spending a ton of time in Nashville with Kaylee Hammack and with Miranda Lambert and Lainey Wilson, and they get by a campfire and they drink alcohol like whiskey. I think Miranda is a vodka girl. But yeah, and they've just been writing songs and spending time. And isn't it cool to picture all of our Bull favorites just sitting around hanging out like we hang out, but they're just writing songs that then we get to play on the radio. Like that's crazy to me sometimes to think about.
And I think to that point, I think we're going to be in for a pretty epic year musically because of all these songs that have been penned out of frustration, all these emotions that we really haven't tapped into before because of the pandemic. And what's going to come out of that is going to be something pretty special. I think we've already seen some sprinklings of that already.
Totally.
I'm excited for that. Thank you.
That's my mom. Hi, Mom.
Well, good. I'm glad.
I always just say my mom. Shout out to my dad who's there too. Poor my dad. I'm always like, Mom. Kevin is there too. Kevin and Elaine. Lewis. My double L comes from Lois Lewis. If you are new to the Bull or new to me, that is how we get double L. Because if you say Lois Lewis 10 times fast, it's a lot. Okay. So don't. It's like, Mojo, can you do unique New York, unique New York, unique New York? Try it.
Unique New York, unique. No, I can't. I'm
It's
afraid
hard.
I'm going to slip up and say something wrong there on that one.
So yeah, I know that was a close one. So double L, that's what we go with. Hiya.
Okay, so your official on that is Ashley McBryde. Is that where you're going?
No, I'm going to say I love Ashley, but I think Stapleton's got album of the year.
Okay, so that's two we've agreed on. I got to stop that.
But listen, the best is the best, and your blog got me there, and I listened to it, and it was at a time where I really needed to hear that whole album. And some of those songs are, I mean, he brings the fire. And what I love about Chris, he does his art just to do his art. He could care less about winning awards. He is just an artist. And then to have his wife Morgan on the songs and the way they face each other and sing, and it's just something different is created there. So we'll see.
I would argue album of the decade. I'm that big a fan of that album.
It's real good.
Let's move on to group of the year because we've still got a few more categories. This one is probably going to be a little easier to pick. I see just a couple that I think really, really can win this. The High Women, which is the Maren Morris, was it Brandi Carlile? I forget who else is in it. There's a group of ladies, super talented, kind of a little more traditional on the bluegrass type side, but they're really talented. Cadillac 3, those guys have been doing their thing, grinding for a while. Got Old Dominion, who are probably the front runners. Little Big Town, who had a solid year as well, and Lady A, who
Can
are
I just
the
say
first time they're nominated. Last time they were Antebellum. So
it's their first nomination.
Right?
That's funny. That was Anta. Okay. Can I just say one thing about this and then we can move on? I'm really surprised that Rascal Flatts was not nominated in their 20th year as a band, in the year that they were going to do their wrap-up celebratory tour. And they have a huge song out right now. And I'm really surprised by that. At the same time, I am a hardcore Kelby, Jaron, Neil, the Cadillac 3 fan. I would love for them to be recognized in a bigger way, but it'll never happen in this case. But I was surprised to not see Rascal Flatts. I think Old Dominion takes it home.
I have a theory about Rascal Flatts.
Why?
We were supposed to get the farewell tour last year.
Yes.
Pandemic hit. We haven't heard about any makeup dates. Are they going to do it? We don't know. Maybe this is the ACM's way of saying, we want to give you your last one, but we don't want you to get it yet. So why don't you go ahead and give us that tour, and then we'll circle back and put you on that list.
I like it.
I'm hoping that's the case. So we both agree that's Old Dominion?
It could always be Lady A, and they do have that new fun song that we just world premiered here on 95.5 The Bull. But yeah, it's Old Dominion.
They're butter. I mean, they're so smooth. I love listening to them. Duo of the year. This one's a little tougher. You got the OGs, Brooks and Dunn, who have won that their fair share for sure.
I'm a hard working man. Okay, sorry.
Ronnie Dunn, best voice in country music.
Best voice.
Maddie and Tay. Florida and Georgia line. And Danny
together, no less, because you don't know these days. Okay.
Yeah, are they going to be making like Luke Bryan and social distancing, or are they going to get together for this? They've had some rumors going around.
So they're going to be just fine, and they will tour together. But BK does have a fun thing. If you never knew that BK could sing, he actually can't. Hello.
You have a prop for every one of these. I love it.
That is in the way back days before I had. Look how young they are. They're babies.
Oh, they reversed haircuts.
Yes, they did reverse. Isn't that so funny? Thanks, producer C Money. I keep pointing at things in my. I'm like, go get this. Go get this.
The comments are mixed. Cassie and Dave both say Old Dominion. Justin Moore says Brothers Osborne. What say the Double L?
Are we on duo? I got. It's Dan and Shay. It's Dan and Shay. Period.
I feel like I have to. Oh, we moved on, didn't we? Let's see. I'm gonna go Dan and Shay. Yeah. I'm trying not to agree with you on all of these, but
they won a Grammy, man. I mean, they just won a Grammy. They brought the Biebs to country music and it sounded right. So they do magic, and they did all of that in the home studio. And Dan Smyers is one of the hardest working people behind the scenes. You would never know it. And I have so much respect. All of these artists work hard, but Dan is a different animal. And I loved recently, he thanked his wife for dealing with his, what did he call it? Emotional. It was like ups and downs, but he used like a much better word than that. And I thought, wow, that's a good way to say it, because we all have that. And his wife, Abby's a saint anyway. And you see that new dog they adopted?
Oh, so cute. I did see that. It was on like Instagram or something, wasn't it?
So cute. Yes. So cute.
Let's move on to male then. Boy, this one's tough. This might be one of the tougher next entertainer of the year. Dierks Bentley, Luke Combs, Eric Church, Thomas Rhett, or Chris Stapleton, and you can only pick one. We ain't doing no ties.
Yeah, no ties.
Yeah, I didn't like that last year. Somebody should have tapped out.
Can I give away my entertainer of the year pick early because it has to do with my male artist of the year pick, or is that a no?
No, it's okay. Go for it.
Eric Church will win entertainer, but male artist of the year will go to Luke Combs, because Luke Combs is so close to being entertainer, but he's not quite there. And that's why I think he'll win male artist. I think everybody is right there for male artist. And Thomas Rhett's in that category too. Is he?
Yeah, and Dierks Bentley.
It's just Look, Luke Combs is a different thing. I asked the other day, if we call Garth the GOAT and we call George the King, what can we call Luke? And I got a lot of answers. I got like the man, the myth, the legend. I got the prodigy. I got so many. I got the SH Bleepty. I got a lot of things that you could call Luke Combs. But I call him Male Artist of the Year.
Boy, I'm going to go Chris Stapleton.
What?
I am. Again, one of the best voices. He's
I know.
hypnotic live. He is uber talented, put out an incredible album, had a marquee year, got another #1 on his belt after this past week. I'm going Stapleton.
But like, you didn't see Chris Stapleton in his garage giving us all of these unreleased songs, and like you see his his little like pinball machines in the back. Like, I still felt very entertained by Luke, even though I couldn't see Luke. I mean, he's rescheduled in Vegas, right? So I don't know. He kept me entertained in ways. I don't know. That one's really
Oh, and by the way, I love Luke. Luke is the second coming of Garth as far as I'm concerned, and he's my pick. I'll say it now for Entertainer of the Year. So don't think I'm hating on Luke. I haven't got to that point yet. I think Stapleton is male vocalist.
Okay.
But I love that we disagree on this for once.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Female.
Oh!
Another tough category. But so we have Carly Pierce, who had an incredible year. Marin, who had a great year and a baby. Ashley McBride, Miranda Lambert, and Kelsey Ballerini, who has a great new song with Kenny Chesney, by the way.
So good.
So
First
good.
song I ever played on 95.5 The Bull, Dibs, Kelsey Ballerini. I will never forget that. 5 years ago, last month. So,
ooh, look at you with dates.
yeah, close to Kelsey. I think Marin will win song or single, one of those. And I think this is Miranda's category.
Okay. I am going to take Marin.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with Justin Moore, because Justin Moore is not going to steer me in the wrong direction on this. Right, Justin? Right.
No.
Right. Okay. That is tough. And I see your point about Miranda. I just think Marin's had a pretty amazing year. And didn't she win the CMA too? Oh, I better hurry then.
No. Someone might go get me some more wine right now. Oh, she's going to bring the whole bottle in, and then you can know what wine it is.
Corner table over here, please.
I will pour it through the bolt, like, you know, the horn. The horn's actually like a Camelback pack. You just tip it right, and it just pours out some wine.
I love that. Dave is siding with me, although it's close for Miranda too.
We'll see.
Final category, dun, 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 Entertainer of the Year. And the winner is...
Yeah, it's going to be Eric Church. And I'm so excited. Heart and Soul out. A 3-set album. His Gather Together Again tour is coming. I love Eric Church. This is the wine that I am drinking. It's delicious. Whisper Sister. Whisper's nothing that I ever do. Maybe that's somebody why they gave it to me and they're like, here's a hint, Double L. Take it down a notch. I know. This wine celebrates Bertha Behringer, whose ingenuity helped Behringer survive Prohibition, even as most California wineries were forced to close. Girl power, bring the booze. Okay, yeah. I say the chief.
It's Luke Bryan, Eric Church, Luke Combs, Thomas Rhett, and Chris Stapleton. Not a female in there.
But the touring has been weird. And like, look, you think about Luke Bryan because he's on Idol, and entertainer encompasses all that you bring and do for country music. So it's like, that's the thing about these categories. When we, as members of the ACM, get to vote, there's a lot of things that go behind what these awards mean. And we get to see those paragraphs, but you don't. So it's always a little tricky. But it's not just a popularity contest. There is a lot more that goes along with it. So, but I'm sticking with the chief. I love me some Church.
I'm going Luke Combs. A lot of people are agreeing with you, though. Eric Church.
Do you remember when Eric Church won the CMA and Luke Combs freaked out as if he had won it? Like, either way, he'll be happy for his brother, and they had Does to Me as a duet, and like, it'll be okay. But Man, Eric Church, he has the fire in his belly. Like he wants this. And
Yeah.
Luke will get it. He'll probably get it like 18 times in a row soon. So this might be anybody's last chance to like just sneak in. We'll see.
It really could go either way. Probably the fan favorite is Eric Church, so you're leading the pack on that one. Although I think Luke Combs he's just risen to that level so quickly, and I think he's got to be ready for that. If he's not this year, he's next year. What are you going to show us the cake? I know you showed me before.
I have another prop, but no. Look down there. Look down there.
Oh yeah,
I have another prop, but my producer is really short, so I don't know. I don't know if she could bring me these things, but this is my vote.
Now,
that's
wait
my
a second.
vote for Entertainer of the Year.
You have all this vinyl and it's still sealed.
Yeah, because I just got it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say vinyl's meant to be played.
My poor producer, she's like, "Oh my God, stop pointing at things." But did you mention cake?
Yeah, real question. Do you have a record player?
Yes, I have a record player. It's kind of a crappy one. I almost just dropped the cake. Everything is fine. Oh. My grandparents had a vintage record player, and it was really awesome. And I was so close. I am so close to my Grandpa Joe. He's 94. Awesome. I just got to see him for the first time in a year. They all of a sudden I show up at their house and it's gone. And they were like, "Oh, we just sold it." And I was like, "Do you know what I do for my job? Like, how could you do this?" But they were like, "Oh, honey, we didn't know." This is my face on a cake. Can you see my face on a cake?
That's awesome.
That's me holding a trophy, and I like lightning bolts. I don't know if you can see that there are lightning bolts in the purple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool, but there's something extra funny about this cake, and I'm so thankful that it went the way that it went today, because you see here, MoJoe, how it says winner?
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't know, and so we made, well, the person who made me the cake is Candace, Honeybee Cake Co. on Instagram. Just follow her. She cannot ship you a cake to Vegas. She's based in Arizona, and cakes melt, so we won't go there, but that was some frosting. She got nominee, but it broke, so thank God I won, because this
Plan B wasn't an option.
Nope. No plan B.
That's fate taking over right there.
Yeah.
How cool is that? What's heavier, the cake or the ACM trophy?
I'm comparing. It's gonna be the ACM, but it's close. Let me double check. Oh gosh, I got some more. Darn it, I got some more frosting on my hand. I'm just gonna have to lick it off. Oh, it's pretty close. This might be a six-ish. I'm gonna get I don't work out, man. I think it's the ACM trophy. Love the cake. That's my mom. Thanks, Mom. You paid for it.
Hi, Mom. Okay, well, those are our predictions. We'll see if we're right Sunday on CBS. And again, if you missed the pro tip, if you have Paramount Plus, which I need to get because I haven't watched Yellowstone yet, and everyone tells me that it's on Paramount Plus and I should get it.
I haven't either. Do you want to do a watch club? Double L and MoJoe watch Yellowstone?
My girlfriend has been bothering me about it for like 6 months. We got to watch it. I'm like, yeah. All right, it's time. I need to buckle up and watch it because I hear the new season's coming out. And that's one of my things. I don't like waiting like a year for a new season to come out. So I was waiting until closer to it. So I'm in. We'll do a watch party. What is that?
I got cookies too.
Yeah, you got all kinds of treats. Look at that.
Yeah. Do you want to be I was singing the Spice Girls. I don't know why that happened. I got cactus here. I have a thing with lightning bolts. That's because my hashtag is Live Electric. I like to bring the energy for you at work. I'm on from 9 to noon here at 95.5 The Bull. And then this is the best ACM winner.
That's awesome. How cool.
I had so much show and tell for you guys tonight. Like, that's never going to happen. We can never do another one of these. I've used all of my assets.
Literally every prop you have. You mentioned a story or a joke or something earlier that you had that you wouldn't share until we were live.
No, it was the cake.
No, you had another thing. Maybe you've forgotten already.
Well, I am drinking wine. Did I give you a clue?
No, you gave me nothing. You're like, I can't tell you till it's
No,
live.
no, it was the nominee. I already told you. It was thank God I
Oh.
won, because otherwise it would have been nom nom nom.
Oh, either way, it's gonna be nom nom when you dive into that cake.
Yeah, I could actually eat my face, but you can save it. I found out you have to order something special, but Amazon, hey, thanks, Jeff. So I'm gonna do that and just save that part so that my parents can look at my face all the time. But if you haven't seen all of the fun and who gave me my ACM trophy, you got to tell my story at Double L Radio, because it's just so much fun. And we love our Vegas Golden Knights, and it's so fun to just have any sports inclusion. And so definitely check that out. And maybe you could take me to my first Vegas Golden Knights game, or my first Vegas Raiders game, or just take me to all the things, please.
It would be my first too. I still remember I moved here in August and they've been locked down. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that somebody has an extra ticket they want to throw my way soon.
I bet if you talk to Wayne D, he might be able to help you out with that.
I've been waiting for them to open up the capacity, because I didn't want to be that guy trying to mooch for tickets like when everybody's fighting to get in. So at some point, I'm going to pull a favor there for sure.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so much fun. I'm so happy you did this. Is there anything else you want to plug while you have the floor, of course?
Oh my goodness. Just that I love country music and our country music family, and that what we share is so unique. And there is such a community, and we feel you, and we know you're there. And even if you might not have the time to call or comment, that's why we make these things easy for you, like the 12K payday and entering it on the website. And just DM us when you can, and we will always be here for you. And I love that about country music. It's the only format that does that. And the Bull is extra special. And we've been in Vegas for a lot of years, and we're just so thankful to have you. And we'll see what happens on these award shows. We wish it was in Vegas. That is the number one thing. I wish it really were where it's supposed to be. But can you imagine the party that's going to happen when it's back? Like what?
Yeah, next year. Come on. I went to the last ACMs that they had in Vegas, and then they moved it, and the pandemic hit, and I ended up moving here. And so now I'm like, okay, I'm ready to experience it again. Let's go anytime now. So hopefully next year, and we'll do it up the right way.
And does that mean that I get a do-over since it didn't happen in Vegas? And can I just celebrate again? Because I can't win again next year. So we could just have me win again for fake.
Yeah, and you can't win again, so we'll do your acceptance speech or something. Perfect. There in person. Maybe we'll do it on outside the studio on the balcony over Fremont Street, and
I like it.
Yeah, or we'll do it on the Slotzilla zip line, and you can give it on the jumbotron above the.
I've never done it. I've never done the zip line. I've always wanted to. Done. I am there.
All right, and a Raider game and a Vegas Golden Knights game. Okay, there's a lot to do.
All the things.
Cassie said, bring back the ACMs and the NFR. I need multiple concerts in one day opportunities. I hear that's a thing in Vegas, so I hope to get back to that very soon too, Cassie.
I just want to make sure you're doing your calisthenics, because we've been out of practice for a while. And if I go do the smallest thing right now, I am exhausted, spent. So we need to start bringing back our stamina, because I got my hair did the other day and I was like, man, I'm so tired. What are we going to do? We got to start. I got an 8-pounder. I'll be lifting right now.
I was going to say, you have a new weight. What are you talking about?
Good.
Great point, though. I'm going to start doing my laps in the morning again and get back into concert attendance shape, whatever that means.
Thanks, Jeff and Amanda. I missed you guys too.
We're going to forget how to concert. Yes,
that's what I mean.
Exactly the concern.
Please spill a beer down my back. I can't wait.
Well, remember, Double L is back on 95.5 The Bull. Spill the beer on her back. She's okay with that. That was a weird thing to say. 9 to noon weekdays tomorrow, and she'll give you a chance to win $1,000 on the 20s. That's happening. Then I'm on after, but who cares about me?
But you have the Kane Brown ticket, so we care about you. From noon to 5, you listen for those keywords, so then we're good to go. And he continues the cash too. So really, don't sell yourself short, Mojo. Come on.
I'm either the Double L post show or the Wayne D warm up show, whichever.
But
way
also,
you
I leave into a commercial-free bull ride, so really, it starts you're the perfect place to just keep it on going.
I brought one of those bridges back when I moved from Portland. And so I'm like the bridge from the Double L to the Wayne D show. So that's what that is.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right. Enough. Thank you for your time, Double L. And congratulations, ACM Personality of the Year.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. I'm going to go eat In-N-Out. Sorry, you're a vegan.